Hello, everybody. I'll give you a few moments to join in, and I'm going live both on YouTube and Instagram, so I'm trying to look as close at both of the cameras as possible. But if I look like I'm looking a little bit strange, that's because I'm both live on YouTube and Instagram. And I just want to let you all know and just kind of jump in here and discuss the Black Friday deals on theyogimat.com. And I know a lot of you have asked me questions about where to start with the online packages. So there's information on the yogimat.com/shop if you're interested in trying to figure out which one is the appropriate, like where do you start, what's the appropriate practice for you. You can kind of get a little bit of an idea there, but I might as well answer some of your questions on the yogimat.com/shop. First of all, if you go there right now, you'll see at the top that you can apply the discount code. As soon as you click that button, it gives you an extra 30% off of everything. So we have handstand trainings, part one and part two, and a bunch of people have asked questions about what's the difference between the two. Handstand part one is predominantly about strength training, and it's about building a relationship with your physical body and starting to understand your muscular system and how it applies to the practices of handstand and down dog, but it doesn't necessarily teach balance. But handstand part two is entirely about teaching you how to balance a handstand. So it takes all the information that you gain in your physical body from handstand part one and then applies it to how to balance a handstand in handstand part two. So they go hand in hand. I would suggest both of them if you really want to balance a handstand, or you can start with handstand part one, and then if you like it, you can move on to handstand part two. Now, there are a bunch of monthly immersions there. Those are basically 12 class packages. So you get 12 online classes. And hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in live. It's nice to see you all. Just going to give you all a wave. Thank you. I'll be answering questions for sure in a moment. You can put it in the little question box below, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have regarding any of the online immersions or courses and what's on sale. So basically, you're going to see sale prices there, but it's even a 30% off of the already on sale prices. So 30% off the discounted price. And all you have to do is go to theyogimat.com and click that little link at the top. It's a little button that says apply coupon code, and you can get it. So I'll go over a few more of the available options and courses you can sign up for in addition to the handstand course. We have I would say, so we have September, October, and November are some really popular immersions, and that's because they're focused and targeted on specific areas of the body. September is about shoulder opening, so that's a September immersion. You'll see right when you go on the yogimat.com/shop. And hello, everybody. Hello, Karen. What's up, Brandon? Nice to see you. On the yogimat.com/shop, you scroll down, you'll see the live stream available products there. And you'll see September is like the third one in, and it's called Boundless Freedom. It's 12 yoga classes really focused on some movement of the shoulders, shoulder blades, the arm bones, in order to give you more access to your range of motion and appropriate strength. I think in that we did a handstand class as well, in addition to those, or in those 12 classes. In the October one, you've got hips, focused on hips and arm balances. So I go over all these different techniques on how to develop hip opening. And what I mean by techniques, it's like muscle activations and joint articulations. So a technique is basically applying an intentional action in order to gain access to your postures and ultimately to your body. Okay, so what I do, if you haven't practiced with me before, all classes on theyogimat.com are pretty much all levels appropriate. I would say handstand part two is really appropriate for everybody if everyone's done handstand part one. Okay, and handstand part one is relatively inexpensive. It's on sale for $34 plus the additional 30% off. So whatever that equals, I don't know, 20 something dollars. So it's a good place to start. It's pretty old school. It's the oldest video training on my site. So the video quality is maybe not magnificent, but the audio quality is great. Let me put it this way: the video quality is fine. It's just kind of the editing is kind of funny because I play guitar in there. never mind. You'll see when you get it. It's still good quality. You'll get a great experience from it. But in any case, all the other immersions are all levels, except for, I'd say, handstand part two. Okay, so all levels meaning, yes, if you're 60, 70, 80 years old, I get this all the time. Am I too old to do this practice? Then I get, am I not advanced enough? Am I not flexible enough? So the approach that I use is to teach you how to practice, how to apply techniques. That again means muscle activations, joint articulations, so that you become aware of your physical body. And then through that body awareness, you'll gain greater access to how to move and how to activate, which will give you the range of motion that you're looking for and ultimately give you the strength that you need. So these techniques you can apply to all different areas of the body. So again, the September Immersion Boundless Freedom is all about the shoulders, whereas October, which was called the Breakthrough, is about the hips and arm balances. So you apply what you learned in September with the arm, upper body strength and everything to a whole new area of the body. The hips, you learn about the different ways to articulate the femur bone in the hip socket, which gives you range of motion and stability and strength so you can walk better, sit better, and so on. And then, of course, following it up with the November immersion, which is a hot ticket right now, if you want to go grab that one, it's called the Spinal Reset. And the Spinal Reset is basically a back care, back health immersion. 12 classes again. Pretty much all of the immersions are going to have 12 asana classes. Okay, so within the immersion, you get 12 lifetime. People ask this question all the time. Lifetime means you have access to all of the classes for the life of the yogimat.com. So that just only means basically if I die, then you don't have it anymore. But outside of that, well, my wife will probably pay for the website a little longer, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So outside of that, you basically have access until forever. Okay, so that means you can practice the classes as many times as you would like. So the Spinal Reset back care essentially is going to help you feel better in your spine, in your back throughout your day. And you'll have those classes to practice at any given time. You'll have 12 different ones. So some are focused on back bends, some are focused on twists, some are focused on forward folds, and so on. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you all live. If you have any questions for me regarding any of the products, and hello to you, thank you, hello. Any of the products on theyogimat.com, whether it's like a course or a one-off workshop like Hips, Rock 'em and Lock 'em, or any of the live stream immersions, I definitely recommend live stream immersions because you get the most bang for your buck. You get, honestly, right now with the 30% off of the discounted rate, you're getting, I don't know, something like $6, $7, $8 per class or something like this, and you get them for life. You get 12 classes. Now, if you're interested in meditation, there are, I think it's March through August, all have additional 4 classes on meditation, guided meditations. So those might be where you want to go. And if you're more of a philosophy kind of person, you want to learn about the Yoga Sutras, or you want to learn about the chakras or the koshas or whatever, then you're going to want anything from August through basically March through August. Those are a little more philosophically heavy, especially in March, April, and May. I really went through the Yoga Sutras pretty deeply there within the physical practice. In addition to those, so you get 12 all levels yoga classes for life, plus those additional 4 guided meditations. Okay, so the spine one, do you talk about super long torsos? That feels like a weird question, but it's a struggle for me. So it's not necessarily like I'm going to go over in the Spinal Reset specific body types, but what I do is I go over how you can manage your body type in particular, and that's through muscle engagements. I use a technique, a bunch of different techniques, but strength training techniques that will help you access greater range of motion, but also stability, because in the spine especially, we need a really good balance of strength and stability, as well as range of motion and movement. So I teach you how to twist using different various muscles, including your core muscles, as well as your back muscles in as for forward folds, core muscles, and for back bends, back bend muscles. So I give you a handful of techniques how to access your transverse or deep abdominal muscles, handful of techniques that we'll be able to apply across the board for multiple different types of bodies. Okay, so I think if you've never practiced with me, that's a good immersion to start with. And basically I would say any of the immersions would be really good. If you're strapped for cash, go with the March immersion. That's 6 classes instead of 12, and it's at a lower price point. And if you really don't have much money at all, like if you're like, I would love to practice with you, but I don't have money, then sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to be releasing a pay what you can workshop this week. So sign up for my newsletter. If you're on Instagram, just hit the link in my profile. That's theyogimat.com/link-tree. And if you sign up there, either through I would say get the free technique pack. That's the best way to sign up, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Instagram. If you get the free technique pack, again, what you get is 15 free videos that over the course of a few weeks, over the course of a month or so, actually a little bit more than a month, I should say, something like that, whatever it might be. And then in addition to that, I'll be doing some pay what you can workshops I'm going to be rolling out over time. So those of you that really can't afford doing yoga will be able to get you practicing with me, doing high quality yoga at a price that makes sense for you, starting at $1. Okay, but those of you that can afford to invest in your yoga practice, my recommendation honestly is September, October, November. Those are really great trainings. If you want more of a well-rounded experience, something that's like going to target the whole body, then you're going to go with the July immersion, which was called the chakras and the elements. I take you through the root chakra all the way through the crown chakra, but as it applies to a very practical physical element of the body. So we start at the ankles and feet, articulate the ankles and feet, and then we go upward through to the hips, the spine, and the shoulders and the neck. That's all in the July immersion. Also, the August immersion is very similar to the July immersion in that we go through like a full spectrum of the body. Now, if you want posture targeted, you might want to go to the May immersion, which is going to give you a focus on Hanumanasana, which is split pose, and King Pigeon. Again, so that's the May immersion, splits and King Pigeon. And then for, let's say, I think it's, I want to say it's June. I apologize. You know what? I'm going to open up my computer, and that way I can give you better information, make sure I'm accurate with what I'm telling you. Let's go to theyogimat.com/shop right now. And thank you. You love my work. Appreciate that. I know somebody over here on YouTube mentioned something. Thank you for all the information you share. Thought your experience. Cheers from Costa Rica. All right. Buenas. Gracias. Muchas gracias. We were supposed to be in Costa Rica right now, but we are not due to COVID. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to, I'm right now on theyogimat.com/shop. You can go there on your computer with me if you'd like, and that way we can discuss a little bit. So June immersion goes over a posture called Birds of Paradise. It's a bound posture, so we do a lot of shoulders and hip opening in that. And it also does a posture called Vishvamitrasana, which I didn't put on the sales page because I thought most people probably don't know what Vishvamitrasana is, but that's a magnificent posture. It's a very challenging one. We spend the whole month going to Birds of Paradise and Vishvamitrasana in the June immersion. And then let's go, I'm going to tell you about the April immersion. There's a little bit of a focus on low back, neck, and shoulders in that immersion. It's kind of April is more of a well-rounded experience. And I would say May is more targeted because it's got King Pigeon and Hanuman are the focus, which I mentioned earlier. And then March is the intro pack that I call. It's like those basically when COVID-19 lockdown hit, that's when the March immersion came out. I didn't think it was going to be immersion. It was just live classes. And I was doing live classes weekly. And then when I realized this was going to be a long-term thing, I packaged those classes together. So you get 2 meditations and 6 classes. And those are around the Yoga Sutras. I thought those classes were some of the most magnificent. And it's at a cheaper rate because it is only 6 yoga classes. Let's see, it's $78 it's on sale for $78, plus you get 30% off because it's Black Friday. Okay, so head on over, theyogimat.com/shop. I'll put that in the Instagram, YouTube. I'm not sure how to pin a comment or anything there, so I apologize. Theyogimat.com /shop and then I can pin it. And so if you're, if you're on your computer, just head on over to theyogimat.com/shop, and I'll just kind of explain all these different trainings to you. I liked the May immersion because it was around King Pigeon and it was around Hanumanasana. Those are two challenging postures that we took basically 12 yoga classes to lead up to. Plus, you get those 4 extra guided meditations. My wife Rebecca, Dancing Becca, is in some of those meditations as well. So I think that covers our monthly immersions. The only thing I didn't mention is the immersion that's coming up is the December immersion, and that's called Hips, Heart, and Handstand. We're going to focus every day on handstand, except it's going to be a full, well-rounded yoga class, so that's why I included the hips and the heart openers there, so that you get a full yoga practice for the month of December. Now, the thing about the December immersion, it's already fully on sale. I cannot discount it any further. It's right now for the live stream, 12 live stream classes plus lifetime unlimited access, focused on handstand. That's going to be $98. The 30% off doesn't apply to that. It's already 30% off well, it's way more than 30% off right now. So because it hasn't started yet. So you get the discount for signing up for that. The only other things that are not a part of the sale are the teacher trainings, the 200 and 300 hour teacher trainings. Those are not part of the sale. And if you're interested in those, quite honestly, I like to arrange calls for those. So I'd love to discuss with you. Send me a direct message on Instagram is a great way to do it, or theyogimat@gmail.com. 2 T's in my name, by the way. And we can discuss a time to we can find a time to discuss the 200 and 300 hour trainings. One quick question while I'm on here, I get this question all the time, and that is, what's the difference between a 300 and a 500 hour training? Okay, a 300 hour training is what gives you your 500 hour certification. That means if you're already 200 hours certified and you take a 300 hour training, 2 plus 3, 5. 200 plus 300 is 500 hours to become a 500 hour RYT with Yoga Alliance. Now, if somebody advertises a 500 hour training, they usually mean it's a 300 hour training and you get 500 hours certified. Now, if you wanted to do a full 500 hour training, you would take my 200 plus my 300 and you would be 500 hours certified under my school of yoga. If you want to be 500 hours certified and you're already 200 hours certified, then all you need is the 300 hour training with me and you'll become 500 hours certified. All right, moving on to what is on sale. So you've got all the monthly immersions except for December. And then we've got the handstand trainings, as I went over. And I want to discuss, we've got a video bundle here, which is quite awesome. And that includes hips, Rock'em Lock'em, Dance with the Flames, and it's also going to include, let me just, look at this real quick, that it may be called the Complete Six Package, or there's other names for it that are around on various parts of my site. I apologize for the multiple advertisements with different names there. Hello to you. Sorry I don't speak whatever language that is, Yuki. I apologize. Hello. And then, okay, so that includes Bliss Flow, which is live music flow with Kevin Paris. My wife is also on that video, which is quite nice, Dancing Becca. She gives you a nice visual to look at. You know, I'm not so stunning, but she is. Then we've got, we've got Dance with the Flames. My wife is also on that one as well. That was a live workshop where there's like actual people in the room. And Hips, Rock'em and Lock'em was my second workshop ever created on theyogimat.com. It's a favorite from so many people, so I would grab that. And that's all in one package if you look at the last package bundle. And then the one I really want to talk about is Elements of Mastery. This is basically there are 4 workshops in this that are 2 hours long, and they were all filmed at different locations, but they were filmed live. So it was actually an immersion that I used to teach all around the world, and I filmed them live with like real human beings beside myself. So it has that workshop energy. That's called the Elements of Mastery. I highly recommend it. So that's currently on sale for $148, plus you get 30% off of that 148. So an additional 30% off as soon as you click that button at the top of the website. You'll see when you scroll down, it'll come up and be like, click this button, and then it'll apply the discount code and at checkout. And you won't see it, like it'll, at checkout, you'll see like Elements of Mastery, $148. You'll be like, oh, I didn't get the discount code. But if you scroll down where it says like the cart total, you'll see that the discount code was applied. It's like yoga something, whatever, 2020, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll show you how much you saved. Okay, so today is the day. Get on over to theyogimat.com /shop if you really want to get specific about it. Or just go to theyogimat.com and then click that button at the top, and it'll take you to the shop page and give you a discount all at once. So there you go. Okay, I think I went over pretty much everything here. I'm not sure what your focus is on, but if you want to put in the comments either on YouTube or on Instagram over here, if you want to put what you're interested in learning, then I can tell you which program to go to. Again, I've got 2 handstand programs. I've got handstand part 1, handstand part 2. So what you go on theyogimat.com, if you go scroll down to online workshops and you see handstand, just click view details and it'll take you to the handstand sales page, which gives you the option either buy the 1, or you could buy handstand part 1 or handstand part 2, or you can buy them both together, which you get the greatest discount. And handstand part 2 is on pre-sale right now. So not only do you get the 30% off discount, but you also get the pre-sale discount. So now's the time to buy that. The price will go up in the new year when the full thing is released. Let's see. What else did I miss? There are some things that I'm not offering at the moment, like the Elements of Voice is going to be on pre-sale soon, but it is not available yet. So just ignore that completely. Again, the 200 and 300 hours are not available at this time for discount, but they're available to sign up if you like. And the 200-hour enrollment period is coming up in January. That means you're going to sign up with a full group. You could sign up now and start your 200-hour. It's go at your own pace anyway. But there's going to be an enrollment period in January, same with the 300-hour training. All right, Sparky Elora. What's up? Spark Yoga Elora. All workshops are amazing, and this is a steal. Thank you, Elora. I like to pronounce your name as if you're Italian, but you're Canadian, so that doesn't really sound right. Appreciate the testimonial there. And let's see if there's anything else that I missed. Elements of Mastery, Dance with Flames. Yeah, so if you're not sure, you don't know where to begin, I'm going to say like September, October, and November are great immersions, and they're targeted for areas of the body. Hips, well, September is the shoulders, the November is the spine, October was the hips and arm balances. But if you just want to buy one, then maybe you go for like July or August, which are going to be more of a full body experience. And then if you have a targeted like desire, like you want to do King Pigeon or Hanuman, that's going to be May. If you want to do more the inner thigh opening, that's going to be June. So that'll be the Birds of Paradise plus the Vishvamitrasana, big open postures with the legs, huge. You'll gain tremendous flexibility in the June immersion. And then lastly, I'll go back to April's more of a plethora and a philosophical focus. March is going to be that, again, a smaller package, only 6 classes in that one, plus the 2 meditations. But that's going to be probably the heavy hitters, the ones that, like, if you've never practiced with me, might be a good place to start there, because then you'll get like some of my favorite classes to teach, because those were kind of like the workshops that I share around the world in the March immersion. If you want to get the live feeling like you're actually with me and a group of people, then get the Elements of Mastery immersion. Again, that was filmed like, I want to say live in front of a studio audience, but it was filmed with like real people, humans around, when we were able to be with each other. Okay. That's it from me for right now. I think you got a lot to think about. Go over to theyogimat.com/shop and take a look. If you click the Learn More buttons, that'll give you all the insight into what each immersion has to offer you. Um, and of course, you can add more than one to the cart. That's an option. You just go back to the shop. And I highly recommend. Please, sorry, that was a phone call coming through. I highly recommend that you sign up one way or another. You sign up on theyogimat.com. You can sign up for the free um, newsletter, which is basically you're going to get, it's called the Technique Pack. And I give you a video every 3 days or so that educates you on your practice. I just released one the other day, which was pretty awesome. And that I'm not going to give anything away because you'll get it. You're going to get a bunch of things like how to avoid shoulder impingement, how to avoid hip impingement, how to access headstand without putting weight on your neck so that you don't destroy your cervical spine here, and how do you get into handstand, how to get into headstand, a whole host of things. All right, so I'm signing off now. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you watching and being here, and ultimately for following on YouTube, following on Instagram over here. Thank you all for just your continued support and your interest in practicing with me. And hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to post this up, so if you missed it, if you're just tuning in now, a lot of you seem to be. I apologize. Yes, thank you, Grace. Nice to see you. And I yoga everywhere. Nice to see you. And Renad, 1996, born in 1996, I assume. All right. Lots of love, everybody, and happy Black Friday savings. Head on over to theyogimat.com/shop and pick up what you want. The discount code's at the top of the website. Just click the link. It'll apply it directly to your cart. And thank you so much, anybody that purchases. I appreciate your support. My wife and I appreciate you, and lots of love to you all. Take care. Let's see if I can gracefully sign off. End. Okay, that's one. I don't have 4 hands over here. I do have 2. Let's do share to IGTV. And now you're watching it over here, right? So let's go to this. Okay, bye.